What's up guys, Bloodshed here to answer the question yet again, what's the fastest speed build for Torment 13 here in Diablo 3 for patch 2.6.1 and season 12. Now, we already did this video, but what happened was Blizzard said there would be no more major changes, and they did a few more major changes, like Shadow got buffed, I believe, after the video. Wave of Light got a 4,000% increase after the video. So it didn't affect the video too much. There was a few major changes, and we're going to cover that today just to keep everyone up to date. And I want to link you guys a list down in the description below. Kind of like how Riker has just a quick image link of his tier list. I wanted to do that and then just kind of walk you through some of the changes as well. Big shout out to Riker for creating the tier list system. I think it's great for the game and it causes discussion, and it's just awesome to have everything structured for everyone to choose from and things like that. And we learn off of each other. I love it. I love it. All right, so as you all know, UE Multi-Shot Demon Hunter is by far the king. It's an S tier. It is, in my opinion, the tied for the fastest speed build in the game with Wave of Light Monk. We went through and tested T13 in open maps only, and it consistently was under the minute and 30 mark, even breaking 1 minute. We had a few 59-second runs there. And the same thing with Wave of Light. Wave of Light, Multi-Shot, both God tier speed builds. I should have put a G tier for God, but we're going to stick with the system and leave it at S tiers. In my opinion, they remain the kings up into about GR 100 or so, and I haven't tested beyond that. So there you go. Up in the A tier, we have the IK, the Immortal King Charge Barb. Amazing build, super fast. We're talking the under 2 minute club for A tier. S tier would be under 1.5 minute club, okay? Also in the A tier, we have LTK, real snappy, responsive. You feel like a monk, one of my favorite builds. We also have under 2 minute club, the Explosive Blast Wizard, EB Sage build. Links will be down below, by the way, for everything. I'm going to go through, get all the links for you guys so you can check out the builds there. Also, we have the U6 7-sided Strike Monk. Super fast, lights a wave clear. I've gotten under 1 minute and 30 clears before, and but typically it's under the 2 minute mark. Talviers, as well, you all know and love. In open maps, it just dominates. There's no setup time. You know, before you get your Archon stacks, you have your Tal Rasha bonus, so you're just destroying everything, doing lots of damage. And ending out the tier, we have Pestilence. Now, Pestilence is very hit or miss. It requires lots of gear, but once you get your gear, you can definitely consistently hit under the 2 minute mark, especially in open maps. If you get a linear map, just like last time I said, it can go up until the 2.5 minute mark. And you need really good gear, so it is a solid build. Just make sure you follow a good guide and, you know what I mean, go through and like optimize everything perfectly. Coming up next in the B tier being like the 2.5 minute-ish, give or take, depending on layouts, right? The 2.5 minute average type of club. We have the Whirlwind Barbarian, very solid. 2.5 minutes, T13 is nothing shabby, right? Nothing to shake your head at. Up next is the Condemn Crusader, really solid. You get to use the Sage set, so that's a huge bonus. You're running fast T13 with the Sage set, a nice little bonus there. And then we have the Veers. The Veers still suffers from that setup. It does take 15 seconds or so for you to get your double Archon stacks, get set up, get your stacks going. So it suffers from there, but again, 2 minutes and 30 seconds is nothing to be sad about. And then we have the Shadow set. The Shadow set got buffed. I typically use the Cold Rune with Shadow, has a little bit more wave clear, really solid. Up next, we have the Blood. Blood mages have gotten very good clears, but on average, we're in that 2 minute, maybe 220 to 230 minute range. And the same thing with Rathma. It kind of seems like that's their cap as far as mages. So Blood mages from the Blood set, the Trigul set, and Rat mages from the Rathma set. They're both solid. I mean, super fast speed builds all around. Chicken Doc also is in this tier. Super fast, crazy mobility. This is what you want to use probably for goblin farming coming up here pretty soon. Very chill build indeed. And then the Frozen Orb. Frozen Orb's coming out of nowhere around the 2.5 minute mark. I'll link the build down below in the description. And Inarius Corpse Explosion. You might see a video coming up here shortly with Inarius Corpse Explosion. Pretty solid build as well. And coming up next, we have the C tier. The C tier is still sub 3-minute runs, okay? It just averaged around the 245 range for me. I didn't want to put it in the B tier. And that's still UE nades, really solid build, infinite resource, all of that. Nades is still solid. The Jade set, the Akan Thorn set, like the Triumvirate build that was made popular, where you can use the Sage set with this as well. So that's another benefit of a lot of these Akan builds, is they have a Sage set attached to them. And the Zuni pet build's really fun to play, actually. Natalia's, yes, Natalia's is a sub 3-minute clear once you optimize your gear and everything like that. So we went back through and optimized everything on the list, you know, and I just tested open maps, and like we just went through and really dug deep because I wanted this list to be as accurate and as good as possible for all of us, so we all can make a decision. Like you guys, I still haven't decided what class I'm gonna play next season. It might be Wizard, but I don't know, man. I'm freaking out. Also, I put at the very bottom any Demon Hunter with multi-shot, any DHMS, because you can use multi-shot with Natalia's, with UE, of course, with Marauder, with anything, right? Like the multi-shot weapons, the Yang's Recurve Bow and the Dead Man's Legacy work great with anything, except for Shadow. But yeah, any DHMS, pretty much you can use it with yellow gear. It just does really good. So you'll probably get it under a 3-minute clear. It just shows the power of multi-shot, is it can bring any set, even yellow gear, to the sub 3-minute mark. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tier list. I love doing this kind of thing. I love it, kind of lays it out for me on what builds I can play next season as well. So that's really awesome. Big shout out to Riker again for creating the system. I think it's great. It's a great pairing. He does I'm gonna link his stuff below as well. You know, he does the pushing, I do the speed. All we need is someone to do like 90s or something, or like, I don't know, like maybe a group tier list. Yeah, get back to us on that. Follow me at twitch.tv/bloodshed. Big thank you to everyone that's supporting. If you want to support further, you can follow me on Twitch, or you can sub on Twitch. That'd be great as well. But this is the Bloodshed, and I'm out of here. Peace.